Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today, we're going to be having a look at...
Knock, knock, knock on wood. It's knock, knock, knock. Let's get knocking.
But first, we're going to kick off with a song that was just uploaded to Valerie Batt's channel. And this is an original song, and it is called Apologies.
You said you're sorry, but I'm still pretending that I'm much too busy to check on my messages. I can forgive you, but now I'm regretting. I told you some things that I shouldn't tell anyone. Should've known better and bit on my tongue till the urge has subsided. At least when I'm starting to calm down, you told me, and just take a deep breath. You know how those words hit me right in the stomach. And now my ears ring like your right hook just landed. Your hands are still holding me firm on the shoulders. If I pull away, will you just hold on tighter? Or leave me alone with the demons that haunt me at nighttime? I wait for your voice to remind me there's something else out there beyond all the darkness. If I go to sleep, can I count on tomorrow? There's things I should do first in case I don't make it to daylight. There's always a first time for everything. I close my eyes while I wait for the phone to ring. You said you're sorry before I said hello. I said it's all my fault, we both know how I get. I'm really too sensitive, I get confused at the things that you say and the words that you choose. You said you don't love me and I just pretend to believe you, when it would be better to tell you to fuck off. I know that you're lying, but really I know why it's all just a misunderstanding. I tell you I'm sorry and ask to start over again.
Good stuff, yeah? Now, don't take this the wrong way. It's not meant to be in a sexualized way, but there's nothing sexier than when Valerie Batt tells you to fuck off. All right? We're starting the show on a good note today. There's nothing sexier than that. I love a good bit of swear in the morning. I'm an Aussie, what can I say? It's probably why I get demonetized so many times. But who the hell am I? I'm Jade, and this is How to App on iOS, and that song was flippin' awesome. Yeah. Just dropped today. Apologies, it is called. There's a pinned comment up the top in the chat if you're here live or watching on the replay. That will take you to Valerie Batt's channel, and you can go and check out her music. She plays live every week, and she does lots of interesting stuff on their live performance at venues, yes, in the real world, not just on YouTube. And she streams all of that stuff too. Plus, maybe you didn't know this, or you did know. I don't know, but we'll let you know. We'll show you. If I head over to my iPad over here, before we move away from Valerie Batt, she released a Christmas EP. Did you know that? And there's a link there to a song whip that I've pinned to the chat, to the comment, so to chat there. And there it is. It's finally Christmas time. This is her second release through DistroKid, and it is a 5-track Christmas EP that has been sitting there. If you didn't know before, now you know. So go over to your Spotify or your Apple. You can click the little song whip link up the top. It'll give you the choice of where to go. Go and click, and you can go and listen to this. It's got a way in a manger on it. I love little baby Jesus. So there you go. Boom. Was that hippie?
Boom.
Exactly. Boom. Let's say hello to you all before I do. Have to say hello, of course, to our Wart Warriors who pay $1 a month to be Wart Warriors and get fancy little emojis in the chat, and will be able to watch this week's special show on Friday if you're in the US or the UK. The New Year's roast is upon us. If you would like to submit your songs to be roasted, check out the members section here on my channel if you are a member, and you can submit your song. There's a link there, and me and Rust will gladly roast your song, as well as everybody in the chat. Be prepared, because the people in the chat on the roast shows are worse than me and Russ. Who would have thought that? Let's say hello to you all here. Hello, Seth Vasquez, Jim Shannon on sounds, Frank Terzo, Omni Collective. Man, I hate when I click on things and they go dark. That's no concern to you guys because you can't see it. Leela, who just had her fantastic wrap-up of 2022 over on Reality's channel. If you didn't see that, I'm sure she'll put a link in the chat so you can go over and watch the replay. Thomas Christ is here. Hello, Thomas. Am I getting to the point where I can see things now? Yes, I can. Jim, I already said hi to Jim. Hello, Greg O'Sullivan. Welcome to you. Joe Glenn. Hello, Joe. What do you know? Mr. Smith. Hello, my love. Valerie Bat, it's a pleasure to play your song. You make great music. And if you didn't know, folks, Valerie has performed on this show before as well, which you can do a search on the channel and find her live performance and been interviewed. She's a bit of a local around here. Alex Backus, hello to you. I'm just going to put this out there, guys. It's really hot here. It's really hot. I'm already sweating. It's 8 a.m. and it's already 24 degrees Celsius. And we're heading to 41 today, apparently. That's 105 Fahrenheit for the rest of you. And this room amplifies that heat, and it'll probably get up to about 115 in here today. So all my electronics will be off today because they'll probably explode. Joy. So while everybody in the US is freezing, hello, Kim, we are roasting. And I'm sure in a few weeks' time, the whole of Australia will be on fire. Yay. No such thing as global warming. Hello, Mars Capone. Hello, Audible Video. I'm scrolling up now to catch you all. I'm doing a Leela. I'm trying to catch you all. Guzzo of Oz, hello. Anyone else I may have missed? I know Brad's probably watching. I can't see him here. Hello, Brad. Fuck you. Hello, Brad. I love you. Hello, Brad. Piss off. I love you, Brad. I'm sorry. It's a Christmas joke, folks. It's a Clubhouse joke. Russ is here as well. Hello, Russ. I'm just scrolling up to make sure I got there's Brad. I'm here now. I'm sitting on another one. There we go. Love you. There's L'Oreality's link. I think I've got everybody. If I've missed you, just tell me in the chat down the bottom. I'm scrolling back down to the bottom now. Tell me I'm a goose. All right. The show is a sponsor today. It'll come halfway through the show. Hello, Timothy. It'll come halfway through the show, the little sponsored ad. Not really sponsored, but anyway, it should be funny anyway. Today, we're looking at a really cool app, and I'll go through the price drops first, and then we'll have a little discussion about money. Yeah? I don't want to talk about it, but we have to. All right, so let's talk price drops on the App Store. Nothing much has changed since yesterday except Spatializer. Spatializer is $9.99 and down to $6.99. Spatializer is very popular. It's very cool. Rainbow delay, $2.99. It's worth it. Very cheap. A really good delay. Look, there's heaps of apps on sale. Pretty much everything from yesterday. Nothing has changed, and all the stuff that is on sale pretty much here is going to stay on sale to the end of this month. A whole bunch of 4Pocket stuff are on sale, 50% off, up to 50% off, progressions. There's a lot of stuff in here that I'll be covering on my show this week. There are two special shows this week. First, we have, oh, not that one. First, we have this coming up, my top 20 apps of the year, which is on Wednesday for those of you in the US and the UK. And I'll be counting down in no particular order my favorite apps on iOS. And wow, there's so many good apps this year. And then the following day, we'll be doing this. There will be no interview this week, but we're doing this. My favorite top 20 songs made by you. So there may be some of you I may reach out to and see if you can help me with copyright claims so I can play your song. We'll see what happens. I haven't finished the list yet. It's very hard to do. And again, this will be in no particular order because it is not a competition at all. There's so many songs and there's no way I can fit them all in. All right. Let's talk about today's app that we are looking at. It is called Knock. And as you can see, it is $29.99 to purchase this. And I know, I'm going to tell you this, it is, if I open up the App Store, it is on sale. It's actually on sale. So that is a sale price. I'm pretty sure it is. Is it a sale price? I think so. Maybe it's not. Maybe it was. I think it is a sale price. Anyway, it's $29.99. So now I've seen a lot of stuff on Facebook and online of people complaining and being really upset about this app being $29.99. And even tomorrow's app too being expensive. And I get it, you know, compared to when the App Store kind of kicked off and then we had this race to the bottom where everybody is releasing really cheap apps and things are $1.99 and 99 cents. Excuse me, damn, it's hot. See this water? I bought this in about 40 minutes before the show and it was a solid ice block. It's hot, let me tell you. It's nearly warm, that bottle of water. Right, so now why is this so expensive, people are saying? So this is the era we are moving towards where Apple have released these, each year they release better iPads with better specs, more RAM, to eventually take desktop quality apps. And now you've got developers who are in the desktop space making stuff for PC and Mac, and they're now jumping into the iOS space. Now, these kind of apps are still over on the desktop, like Knock, $90. They're still $90 over there. So they're still cheaper on iOS, right? But you're going to have to expect price rises when developers that make so much money over on the PC Mac platform, people want them to come over here. There's going to be a price hike. There's going to be that. It is the price you pay to get these, I'm not going to say better developers because we already have amazing developers on iOS. But to get these developers who are already doing well financially over on another platform to now port their apps over to a new framework, they need to eat. And at the end of the day, the comment I want to make the most on Facebook, but I don't when I see these posts is, don't fucking buy it if you can't fucking afford it. Go find a cheaper one. Just sit the fuck out. Really. There's so many apps. There's so many apps that can do very similar to what all of these things do. Now, on this show, I'm not here to tell you which app is the best. Really, it's not my job. I'm here to show you what the apps do for you to make the decision. It's incredibly hard when I get messages from people too who will say to me, out of these 3 apps, which is the one I should buy? And I'm like, watch 3 of my shows and work it out for yourself. How the fuck would I know? I don't know what kind of music you want to make. I'm not here to make that decision for you. I'm here to at least show as much as I possibly can of the app and mess around with it and answer questions like that, so you can make that decision with your money, because I don't control your wallet. I have no bearing over your financial situation. In saying that, this app is really, really cool. It's really fantastic. And there are other apps out there that can do similar. All right? So it's just a choice. If you think these apps work for you, then it's up to you to make that decision on if you think the value, how much it costs, is going to give value to you to make music. There you go. There's my stance on it. But it's a really cool app, and I'm going to show you how cool it is. And let's jump in. Sorry for my rant, but it's not really a rant, because I do this show for you to help you make a decision, not for me to tell you what you should do. You know, I have no right over your life. All I want to see is you make really cool music, make cool stuff, make cool videos, make things that make you happy. That's all I give a shit about. So I'm going to just start playing this thing here. Yeah. This is Splat the Clat that came out this year. It's wicked. It's got some amazing drum beats in it. So we're going to be listening to a lot of drums today. This is the interface of Knock. What I really love about this, it reminds me of this other app that used to be available in the iOS store called Beatformer, and it's gone now. Unless you haven't updated to iOS 16, you may still have it. You may still be able to download it if you purchased it. So this looks very similar. Unfortunately, the developer of Beatformer got purchased by Facebook, I think. So it's no longer on the App Store if you have moved to iOS 16. Hello, Princess. I hope you got all your apps that you won on the weekend. Oh, by the way, folks, Leela won this on the Patreon this weekend and gave it to Brad for Christmas. That's why I love this community. So this is Knock. Now we've got this drum beat playing here. You've got 5 lovely sections here. Punch, saturate, sub, air, and clip. Now, just alone, the punch is amazing, right? If you've got a drum that's sitting in a mix, be it an acoustic drum, be it a dance drum or a hip-hop drum, and you just can't seem to get it to get over everything in the mix, I believe just with this on, and you turn these on and off by just clicking them. So you can see the light changes as you turn them on and off. So only the punch is on at the moment. Subtlety, but listen to what happens when we turn up this punch. And what it's doing is it's taking all those lovely transients and it's just giving them a bit of pop. So just this knob alone, and as I've said in the beginning, there's other apps that do this. Remember that. But there's something about the secret sauce of this app which is really nice. Every app has its own secret va-va-voom, if you know what I mean. So what's good about this is if this drum was buried in a mix and you've tried to add some compression, nothing's kind of working, you're in GarageBand, say, which we will do, just a halfway there. And it's just going to cut through that little bit more. Just going to give you that little cut. You also have a saturate button. Let's turn on the saturate. Now, there's 3 options. There's like a light saturate, a medium saturate, and a heavy saturate. And you can see, let's just turn up and see what it does to these drums. So it adds a bit of dirt, yeah? saturates it up, bit of distortion. And you can also see what's happening when we're adding this saturation. There's a bit of secret sauce going under all these, and I would say that's a little bit of compression in there and stuff, because when I turn that up, that gets really crushed. Very crispy. Absolutely Mars. So I'm going to jump down to the bottom here, and we have this little gain match. We turn this on, it's going to match the gain that is going in, yeah? So it's not going to like cause too many problems if things are getting a little bit wild. You see when I turn it off, is it on? On. Gain match. All right, so next I'm going to show you the sub. Let's have a bit of sub. Now, we've got two knobs here, a slider and a knob, yeah? So, this is the decay of the sub. Hello, Barry. So I've turned that up. Not much change. Let's bring up this sub and hear what happens to the kick. Already at 41. If you've got headphones on, you should be able to hear that. Boom. Filthy. Man, you should be able to feel that in your nether regions. Damn. Yeah? Now what's really cool is you can also change the note of this. Nice, huh? So we're back on an E. Just having a look, because I didn't check this. If we have a look at the sub, yes, you can even, so think about this, you could go in here and automate. This is in AUM here. We have the exposed MIDI controls. Right, so this sub pitch here, I could go in here and add an LFO to this, and it would automate the pitch to go up and down. Damn. Let's add a bit of punch to bring up those transients. Let's turn it off and hear the difference. Oops. I didn't want to save it. I wanted to turn it off. Big difference here. So we've got air is our next section. Let's turn it on. And of course, air is going to give it those sparkly high frequencies. Let's take out the sub. So again, subtlety. Bring in some of this punch. And our last one, it's coming from splat to clat. Splat to clat is the app that the drums are coming from Omni Collective. The last one is clip. Now you can imagine what this does. It's going to clip, folks. It's going to clip. Now you see I turned on the gain match down here and that brought it all back down. Even though we're clipping, if we turn this off, fill. Now you've got a soft or a hard clip. Again, we can gain match. That's what the gain match does down there. It's kind of like a limiter. It kind of brings everything back down. Kind of reels it in, you know what I'm saying? So, let's take all this off. You also have these two little sliders, which are a low cut and a high cut. So we can remove all of that. Bring in our lows. Add some punch. So you can take, you got absolute control. It's like a, you know, EQ on the extreme. So now we've got that sub in there, but without that pounding low end. Yeah. You've also got two styles of like a high quality, a good quality, pristine quality, or off. We'll keep it on pristine because the iPad 2022 can handle it. Sounds like bones breaking, absolutely. You've got a dry wet mix. And you have this tone button, which also distributes more sound to the high end or more sound to the low end, yeah? Pretty neat stuff. You also have a bunch of presets, which we'll have a look at in a second. I didn't mean to remove that. We'll keep that in there. Damn, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Splat the clat. Try and bring that back in. Because I had things lined up to do with this. I'll try and find the section I was in. Splat the clat. I think I was in here. I think so. Let's see. Cool. We'll stop that there. Let's try it on some other things, yeah? So we've got a Digi-Sticks here. It's already playing. This is just a standard drum beat in here. I've got a pattern running, simple pattern running in here. Pretty standard kit. You can hear how that has tightened up immediately. I mean, I know I'm gonna use this a lot for things like FMC or some of my metal stuff to really get the snare to cut through. Should do it a very much easier than other ways that I've done in the past. shall we check out a preset? This is called 808 Beefy. So you can see how much brighter we've got this drum sound. Yeah, because I'm making trap music all the time. So this one's been used to add emphasis on the kick. Again, seeking those transients out. And that has turned a typical rock beat into just a hum. Yeah, I know, Jim. I know. It's $40 Australian too. That's because we live in the shit currency part of the world. I know. But, as I said, there are other apps that do similar things. So, there's always options. I guess, you know, I know there's a lot of people out there who want to have everything, every new app that drops. I don't think it's necessary. I know you're not complaining. I'm just saying. 30 in the US, 29 in the US. I want to hear. So we're in Hammerhead now. Let's destroy it. Let's kill it. Now you can still hear listen to that, it's destroyed. It's not even a drum anymore. You could actually now take this and put it and record it into Paul X Stretch and turn it into something really cool. A drum drone, exactly. How good is that? Really nice stuff. Gonna pull that out. We've got drum computer here. Because drum computer has a whole lot of different sounds in here. It has like lots of percussion-y stuff and all that kind of thing. Bring in a few drums because they all should be matched up tempo wise. idea too. Absolutely. Audible. Do I have one? I think I have one. So we'll do that in a sec. But let's solo this one. So this is an app I'm going to be looking at next week called Drum 80 by GSI. And we're controlling that with Octocron. We've got them all running now. Cool. Let's open another project because Audible made a good point there. So what was running then? They were all running. We had Splat the Clat, Digistix 2, Hammerhead, Drum Computer, and Drum 80. They were all running at the same time. Drum 80 was being controlled by Octocron. That is for you, Omni Collective. Let's open up now. I'm sure I have in here. Man, I'm sweating so much. It is so hot in here. If I do a Hammerhead, I'm pretty sure I have a Hammerhead here. Let me just check. No, that's not one. Let's do another search. Luckily, I keep all of my projects in here. Let's do a Hammerhead. Maybe this one. Yes, there you go. So in this one here, let's remove all of these. This is Hammerhead split over. So all of the parts of the drum kit are split into multi-tracks. Yeah? See if I can remove all these without slipping and sliding because I'm sweating so goddamn much. Alrighty. So now, oh, thanks. Good idea, Audible. Really good idea. Man. So now if I hit play, all of these parts of the kit are all separate. And I can change the beat by going up here and choosing something. And I can bring them all back in individually. So we have a multi-track happening here. And then we can add individual versions of knock to this. Now, if you didn't know you can do this, if you just hold down on knock here, you can select it and then just copy it into each slot really easily instead of searching for the app each time. See that? That is the easy way to add multiple. Whoops. What do I do then? Oh man. Do it with my finger. So now I have AC, yes, but I can't put it on during the show Omni or you will hear it. It's very, very loud. Let's pick another beat. So now I can individually control all of these. We can add this one that we want to add a sub to, yeah? And what have we got over here? Are there any of these working? Have I done this right? What is wrong with this project? Everything should be working. I don't know why it's not all coming through. But you get the gist. You know what I'm talking about. So hopefully you do anyway. Do I have another one here? Maybe this one's not set up correctly. Hammerhead, other cities. This phosphate one is right, I think. Oh dear, look at this. Here we go. This one's set up right. So let's go line by line. Here's our kick. Let's bring in our next one. So you can see on individual parts of the kit, we can give it more spice. Here we got our claps. And why is that good? So why is this a good thing to do, to maybe put individual, and these run, so it doesn't really run at it's not going to take up a lot of DSP on your iPad running a whole bunch of these. So what this does is when you adding, say, the sub to the whole drum kit, you're only adding it to the kick. So all the other parts of the instruments aren't getting compressed and it's not getting bogged down and squashed as a complete track, yeah? So if you've got individual tracks, and I can show you this by quickly jumping over to GarageBand and show you with a FMC track how I am going to use this, yeah? Because I'm definitely going to be using this in GarageBand. Let's just close that out and jump into GarageBand. Boom. And I'll see if I can find an FMC track from the last album. Here's the album. Where is it? FMC EP. And what shall I do? We've got a Wanks Not Sandwich here. Wanks Not Sandwich final. So what I'll do is I'll make a duplicate because I don't want to stuff that one up. So Wank's Nut Sandwich Final 2. Now I used Digi-Sticks for this. Yeah. So here's our drums here. They've already been soloed, which is neat. So this is our snare. And we got to do the old-fashioned way to find things here by scrolling, because GarageBand refuses to have a search feature. So here's our kick. So very subtle, but I think it pops through a little bit more. And I've only given it some air and a bit of punch and changed the tone a bit down here. What have I got in here? Rough Rider. So Rough Rider does something like that. This is Rough Rider, and which is free, Rough Rider 3. Yeah. So let's go back to these snares. They already cut through a lot. Now, remember the way I know I can see Omni saying the kick needs more rumble. But it actually doesn't, because the way this was mixed, because GarageBand's crap at GarageBand's crap when you're doing mix downs, right? So what I've actually done with these drums is made these drums quite a bit higher and brighter in the mix. And then when I mastered this, I added a whole lot of thumping into the mastering to bring everything, to reel everything back in. So I actually made the drums brighter and louder in this mix, because GarageBand sucks for mixing. It really does. It just is what it is. If you don't agree with me, you don't agree with me. It's your choice. Let's throw knock in here on this snare even and see if we can take out Rough Rider. Oh, there it is. That's already better. See, the thing is, especially for this type of music, for absolutely this type of music, I'm not really going to need to use a lot of this stuff here. I'm really just want to use the punch to punch through, because distorted guitars seriously can bury drums. That is the biggest problem with metal, and especially blast beats. Blast beats just get crushed underneath the guitars. So you should have been able to hear the difference there. I'm clicking it on and off. That snare is cutting through so much brighter. And it's exactly what you want. And the kicks are clicky. Now, for this type of music, for grindcore, I prefer clicky kicks, because if they're too bassy, right, if you've got too much low end in your kicks in metal, you've already got so much low end in the distortion. So you're not going to hear the kicks. They're going to be thuds, and it's not going to pop. And in metal, you want clicks, so you can hear the double kicks clicking along, and you can hear, let's take out knock. So I'm going to take out knock, and then once all the drums come in, I'll add it back into the snare. It's only going to be subtle, but much better. Let's bring in the kick. Let's bring in the snare. Now, for any of you who watched me make this song live on the channel here, you'll notice when you just heard, that was the raw mix in GarageBand. Now, if I jump over to Audio Share and find FMC, and just put wank, wank's not sandwich. There isn't one in here. All right, let's just go to the finished product, shall we? Let's just go over to YouTube and find it here. Wank, snot, sandwich. There can't be many songs called this. And now you'll hear the difference between that mix and with it fully mastered. Same level. Right, so the difference, mastering, so much better.
Loading over to a tissue, and some compliment it looks like steel. Mixing comments not into our face, spread a thing, leaving nothing to waste. I see the rain, ready to spring now this.
Now the thing is, the problem is that with GarageBand, when I did that mix there with the drums, I had to pump them up really loud. Yeah, I had to make them up really loud. So, because when you're mastering, the guitars get brought up quite a bit. If I had have had knock, it would have made that snare cut through just that little bit more, I think. It almost makes me want to go back and do it again. But it is what it is, man. You release the songs, you let them fly, and you move the fuck on. So, that is knock, yeah? No, $29.99. Now, I do believe it's going to go up. It is going to go up. So, in price, I'm pretty sure. Maybe Audible can confirm, because I know Audible sometimes has good information. Yeah, you can also save presets in there as well, too. So, if you've got knock open, you can save your presets. If I open AUM here, just open a version of knock just to show you can do it. I keep spelling knock wrong. What is wrong with me? It's so hot. I'm sweating so bad. There we go. So you can save presets up here. There's a little plus. Oh, come on, dude. So if we put in a random stuff like that, you can hit the plus here and you can save presets up here and call it whatever you want. Call it blah blah and save, and that will now be in your presets. And what's really nice about it is it stays in with all these other presets. So again, you can just scroll through and it's inside with all your other presets. To delete them, you've got a little X, and to star them, you just hit the little star. Pretty good stuff, man. It's a pretty nice app. Make your drums sound pretty beefy. Alrighty. That's Knock. It is totally in the decision of your hands on if it's going to work for you. What's coming up tomorrow? I'm really excited about tomorrow's show because I am absolutely loving the ever-loving shit out of this app that we are looking at tomorrow. Magic Delay, another app ported from desktop that has a price. It's expensive as well, but not compared to the desktop version. So we're looking at this, and I saw Audible write this in the chat yesterday. This is more than a delay. This is like an instrument and a delay. It just does magic. It really does do some magical stuff. It's a spectral delay. It's got automation in it. It's really clever. It's really fun. And it can take a simple sound and turn it into a huge, huge sound. It's not just a delay. So don't think this is just a delay. This is something far broader than a typical delay. And it's kind of good enough that may have made my top 20 apps of the year. Thank you, Alex, for the super chat, and for yesterday as well, Alex. You gave one right at the end there. Thank you so very much. So we will be looking at this tomorrow. Good times. Now, guess what, folks? Pete Johns is up next. He actually is today because he fooled me yesterday. I thought he was up yesterday and he wasn't. So there you go. So he is up next. And if you have your autoplay set, you will get automatically dumped over to Pete Johns. If you don't, the show will come up at the end and you can click on that and go straight over to Pete. I'm Jade. This has been How to App on iOS. Thank you all for being here in the chat. If you're watching on a replay, thank you also. Hey, hit the subscribe as well. It does help the channel. And a like on the way out. That helps also. Remember, do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better. And you know what? Yes, indeed. Tell everybody, Mamsie.
We'll all rise together, 'cause you make me shine better. And we'll all rise together. You make me shine better. When the night